Okay, so I'm going to give you a timeline of everything. This is based on the Canonical 5 and how it started. So I'm just going to read it right out and how it overlaps with events that could be happening today. Right, so I'm going to start it, a bit of a timeline for my theoretical book. So once upon a time, in Edinburgh, there was a man called Benjamin Bell. His forensic techniques in anatomy helped develop into modern day forensic studies. Whether his intentions were good or bad, we will never know. He passed away in the early 1800s. Later in 1880, in Edinburgh, we get the hanging of a man with an accomplice committed the murders of women, Burke and Hare, their crime providing bodies for the training of anatomy students. This, in the minds of some people, would be horrific to watch, the dissecting of a body, that is, but became the norm to the anatomy student. So I'm trying to present it as my theory in the story. Moving forward in time, we find Joseph Bell, a relative of Benjamin Bell, carrying on the family knowledge of anatomy and still in Edinburgh. So skilled at his job, he became personal physician to the Queen when visiting Scotland. Joseph, who also impressed and inspired a young doctor named Conan Doyle, who became a writer of fictional detective Sherlock Holmes in his later life. Conan is believed to have based the character Sherlock on Joseph Bell and his forensic techniques, also his deductions and attention to detail, however small. Joseph lived in Melville Street, Edinburgh. For some reason, the street name was changed to Melville Street, similar to the changed street names in the Jack the Ripper case and a recent Misper case. That's a missing person. Also, this was used in a Columbo based on a writer and his disappearance. The book he's writing is about a fictional detective called Mrs. Melville. An interesting coincidence which takes me back. Enter Dr. Cream and the American connection of significance in my theory. Okay. So the common denominator in this theoretical story: Columbo, a television program; Dr. Cream, incarcerated for 10 years in America; and the English Misper case, husband has connections to America. So let's move to the Misper case. Right, I'm going to read it in it's murder, but it's anyhow. So Miss Parr's husband had dealings in America, and when a police officer was interviewed, one of the people asking the questions wore a red and white hat. Right, so that's the first interview I watched on YouTube, and there was somebody in the crowd when the policewoman was being interviewed about the woman going missing, and he wore a white and red hat. Now I thought the hat said Canada and it had Canada written on it, but I had a better look and it produced the word Arcana, which I looked up and it gave me tarot readers. Now when I put my telly on after that, the screen lit up with tarot readers. I hadn't asked for it just did. So I just followed it, and then this fella popped up as well called the Punisher. Eric, the Punisher, who popped up onto my screen, and I followed him for a while. On the 4th of July, he posted his media channel. Right, now the 4th of July in America is Independence Day. Right, a bust of JFK on his table. which is fine. But then I noticed with a brolly resting on a wall. Now you can Google it or maybe have a look at his site and see if you can find a late one. For me, it was either a reference to Independence Day or Dallas, Texas. But for me, I felt like it was Texas, Dallas. But the weird thing was, he had a picture of Donald J. Trump on the wall. Now, is this a reference to the Ripper case, the writing on the wall? I don't know. It's just my theory of the overlap from the Ripper case and how it's affecting today and used. After he posted that, 9 days later on the 13th, the symbolic sign for bad luck presented itself, 13. So next time we will continue back on Dr. Cream's timeline. I'm trying to show the crossing of timelines from the past to the present. And that site I'm not sure, but it was, I thought it was something like Mind Control or something like that. So it's an MK Ultra site, and it's funny that Tulsi Gabbard's just had a, well, according to YouTube, I don't know how true it is, you just have to work with the information you got, that members of the Secret Service took papers out of their office on MK Ultra and JFK. So whether that's significant or not, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. So with that, that's my quick one for today. I'm going to have to sit in the sun. We don't see it very often. Thank you. Switch off.